Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Inventions. So, the tree farm has been working really good here. I wound up removing 3 sections of it out of the 9 sections and changing those to wheat, carrots, and potatoes. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of work here on the chest setup in order to get that to work fully. But, yeah, aside from that, I mean, we are producing way more logs than we need. That is one of our biggest problems. And we are producing plenty of power. You can see both of our hardened energy cells are completely full. But we do have one thing that I want to do with this still. And that is, we're producing RF here, but we are not producing any of the IC2 power. So we are going to actually get in and do the energy bridge stuff, or the power converters. So I have everything in my inventory here that we should need to make our power converters. So first off, we have the energy bridge. Now this is required in any of the power converters setups. And I'm going to use this recipe here. It's 8 diamond kinesis pipes and a block of redstone. The diamond kinesis pipes is just redstone and a diamond transport pipe. Diamond transport pipe, you need 2 diamonds and a piece of glass to make 8 of them. So this is just 2 diamonds and 17 pieces of redstone, I believe, and 1 piece of glass. Not real bad. Very cheap, in fact. So next up, we need a steam consumer. So the steam consumer is 2 tin gears, 2 copper gears, a portable tank, 2 pneumatic servos, a redstone conductance coil, and a basic machine frame. Now the portable tank here is the only thing that we have not seen so far, and that is very simply just 4 pieces of glass and a copper ingot. So this is pretty simple. I've made everything up here ahead of time, so we get our steam consumer. Next up, we are going to be making an EU HV consumer, which can be turned straight into the producer. So for this, we need 4 gold plates, 4 insulated gold cable, and a medium voltage transformer. The gold plate is just a gold ingot and the forge hammer. The insulated gold cable is 2 pieces of rubber and a gold cable. The gold cable is a gold plate plus the cutter to get 4 of them. And the medium voltage transformer is just a basic machine casing and 2 insulated copper cable. So all in all, this is a very simple thing to build as well. And that does not... Oh, wait, we don't have everything. That's why that doesn't work. So we need to do this, get our medium voltage transformer, put our gold plates around here and our gold cable, and there we go. EU high voltage consumer. We're going to turn that into a producer. Now we can take this over to our boiler and we can hook this up to our power cable here, and we can take our steam consumer. We'll drop our steam consumer here, and that will get steam. We'll drop in our energy bridge next to it, and then our high voltage producer. And now this will show us that we are getting steam in on the east side, and we are outputting high voltage IC2 power on the east side, but there's no link for it, so nothing is happening at the moment. So this is really nice. We will be able to make as much IC2 power as we want now, but we will want to probably set this up somewhere that we can actually use it. So right now I think I'm probably going to see about finding a way to get this steam power over to the IC2 machines. We will also probably need to make some transformers. If I can spell. So we're going to be putting out high voltage, so we'll want a medium voltage transformer to step that down from 512 EU a tick to 128. And then most likely we'll need to make a low voltage transformer as well to step it down to 32 EU a tick. Either that, or we're going to need to make some transformer upgrades for our macerator. But I am going to probably run a steam line underneath the ground over here to where our IC2 machines are. And I will be back in a little bit when I have everything set up. Well, I have been trying repeatedly to figure out how to get this power converters to work to no avail. So I think there's probably something wrong with it, but we do have another option here, and that is the Advanced Generators mod. So the Advanced Generators mod, I've never done anything with it, but I can see it works very, very simple. It's a multi-block structure, and we need some type of a controller to start out with. In the case of what we're doing, we need a steam turbine controller to start out with. So we need a control circuit, some iron frames, some iron tubing, redstone iron wiring, and all of these are really simple recipes. We need iron, redstone, and nether quartz for the control circuit. We need just iron for the frames. We need iron and sticks for the tubing, and iron, sticks, and redstone for the redstone iron wiring. So yeah, nothing major. We do need the sticks. I don't have any of those. So we'll grab a whole bunch of sticks. We'll grab a whole bunch of plank or logs while we're at it, because we're going to need a few of these. And then there was nether quartz. Nether quartz. That would be over here. So let's go ahead and grab some nether quartz, and we'll make up the first little bit of this. So I don't know how many of these we're going to need. We need one controller, so we'll need this guy. So we'll make one of those. We need one recipe of these. And then we just drop the redstone in there, and that makes that one. So now that should be, well, nope, we need these yet too. Okay, so now we should be able to make our steam turbine controller. Alright, so that is the first step. Now the next thing, we need a fluid intake valve. So once again, really simple. Iron, iron frames, iron tubing, and why did that not work? Okay, well, whatever. So iron, iron tubing, and oh, we don't have the iron frames. That's why. So let's make up some more iron frames. I'm sure we're going to need some more of these, so I'll make up a few. And then with this, there we go, intake valve. So after that, we need some type of a turbine. Now, we're going to be making the steel turbine right here, which requires a steel turbine rotor, and then we have everything else. Well, the steel turbine rotor, we need steel turbine blades and a steel ingot. These blades are just 5 pieces of steel to make 4 of them, and throw everything on the ground apparently. Well, we have a block of steel there, and we're going to grab a bunch of steel ingots here, and while I'm thinking about it, we need to throw some more charcoal into the blast furnace. So we should have plenty of steel here. We need to make up 2 recipes of this. That will make us the 8 steel blades. And then we need this, and there we go. There's our rotor. So now to make the turbine, we should have everything there. There we go. So now these 3 blocks will start to produce power. Now we need something to export it out. So we have several emitters here that we can use. We can use low voltage, medium voltage, high voltage, extreme voltage, or a flux generator. So yes, we can produce EU or RF with this thing. That is wonderful. So right now we're going to go ahead and make the low voltage. So we need the power IO module. So this requires piston and redstone. We don't have our pistons on us. So let me go grab those. Those should be up here. There we go. So pistons, redstone, and iron. Nothing major there. So we'll make up one of those. Clear out the crafting grid, and we should have everything else. No, we need the low voltage transformer. So we need some tin, insulated tin wire, which we have 2 of those here. What else did we need? We need a coil, which is copper and steel, or copper and iron. And we should have... those things are in here. Okay, so we need... no, that's the wrong bag. There we go. Forge hammer and the cutter. So we need 2 pieces of copper. Copper. So I'll just grab a whole bunch of copper. Alright, so 2 pieces of copper. Flatten that with the forge hammer. Cut that up with the shear or cutter. And that's not enough. We need 8 of those. So make a couple more of the copper plates. A couple more of those. Then copper coil. There we go. So that should be just about everything we need. Some planks. We have planks. Okay, so this will make that, well, maybe. Maybe. I've noticed that a lot of these IC2 recipes don't work that way. So we should have everything else for that. There we go. LV emitter. So if we come over here now, we can actually start setting this up, and that was allowed. Okay, so we can see very easily this one actually works. So we will start out by putting down our fluid intake valve. Alright, so this is going to accept the steam that we have here. We're going to put down our steam controller, and you can see it says we are incomplete, we require at least 1 turbine. So we'll put down a turbine, and now we can see our RPM is increasing. We're using 100 millibuckets a tick, and we are producing right now, our current production is 40 RF a tick, and it's going up. Our maximum, or our peak production, is 200 RF a tick. Now, the wonderful part about this setup is the multi-block can be in literally any configuration. But so now we are capable of producing EU here. So if we make ourselves a bat box, or, well, for that matter, we will go ahead and grab our bat box here. Okay, there we go. So we'll grab our bat box. And this thing should be able to be powered from this. So you can see we are gaining power here. We have unlimited EU now. This is perfect. So like I was saying before, I am going to now run these hardened fluid ducts under the ground over closer to the house, so that we can have our steam production over here. I will be removing all of these industrial steam engines as well. I might just make another one of these to have over here for the RF production for the harvester and planter and these redstone furnaces. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of work on that, and I will be back in a little bit. So I have done yet a little bit more modification to the tree farm here. I set up a whole large area here in the middle where we are no longer producing trees as well, because we are just getting tons more trees than we're actually using. So I moved the coke oven and the blast furnace over here, because this is where we're going to be doing a lot of our work now. And I also moved our macerator, pulverizer, our chest with all of our ingots and such, a rolling machine, and all of that stuff over here as well. And one thing that I found very nice was the fact that you can pick the macerator up with a dolly. So we didn't have to worry about making a wrench. We can just dolly the macerator around. That's pretty nice. But so we have power going just fine here. I have this thing set up to produce the EU and the RF, and we're keeping up just fine. I did make another steel turbine just to improve the power output on that. But what I want to do next is getting into applied energistics, and before we can do anything with applied energistics, we need to make some fluix crystals. And the fluix crystals we make by dropping a charged Certus quartz, a nether quartz, and a redstone dust into a puddle. So I have the charged Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone. Gonna drop those here, and that will turn into the Fluix quartz, or the Fluix crystal. So before I do anything with that, I'm going to go ahead and drop this into the pulverizer, and we will get 2 Fluix dust, and we're going to take these, combine them with sand, and we will get seeds. So this will give us 4 of those, but it is going to take us a little bit to get these grown. So I'm going to drop these 4 into the puddle here as well. Now those will slowly grow, and when we get done with them growing, I am going to be making this inscriber. So that will take one of the Fluix crystals, some sticky pistons, and iron. Now, one thing about this mod pack is that the AE2 meteors is turned off. So we cannot get our inscriber plates or the skystone from meteors. So skystone has a recipe already set up here. It is coal dust plus regular stone will give us 2 of the skystone. We can use that to make our controller. And to get all of our inscriber presses, and actually here if we go press, if we look at the inscriber presses, these all have a recipe as well. So if we take in the rolling machine a block of iron with nether quartz, we will get the calculation press. The engineering press is block of iron plus a diamond. The logic press is a block of iron plus gold. And the silicone press is a block of iron plus a piece of silicone. So now the silicone is going to be the next thing that we're going to have to start dealing with, and that's going to be very easy to get with just pulverizing sand. So I'm going to get a little bit of that stuff done, wait for these crystals to grow completely, and then I will be back in a little bit. So it has been quite a while. I have gotten most of my processors made up. I was able to get the calculation processors going. These take the pure Certus quartz crystals, and all of these pure crystals, they just took absolutely forever to make. So I really want to speed that up, and the only way to do that in this pack is to make these crystal growth accelerators. Well, the crystal growth accelerators require power from a controller. So I have made up everything that I need. I think I have everything that I need here to make the controller and 3 of the crystal growth accelerators. Might only have enough for 2, but we're going to give it a shot. So first off, we need to make the controller. So this takes some skystone blocks. These are smelted skystone, and like I was saying, the skystone is pulverized coal or coal dust, and just some regular smooth stone. And I think we might be able to use just the Mine Factory variants by the looks of it. We also need the engineering processor, which is a printed engineering circuit, redstone, and silicone in the inscriber. This is the engineering press plus a diamond. And the engineering press, we got that by putting the block of iron and a diamond through the rolling machine. So we can go ahead and make that up, and that's going to supply power for our growth accelerators. So for the growth accelerators, we need ME glass cable, quartz glass, iron ingots, and these Fluix blocks. The Fluix blocks, I went ahead and made them like this, but unfortunately I am out of charged quartz. So either I'm going to have to make a charger, or yeah, we're going to have to get some more stuff going on. So we need to make these glass cable fibers, or glass cable Fluix first, and those take the quartz fiber. This is 3 nether quartz or Certus quartz dust and 6 pieces of glass. Well, I have enough here to make 30 of those, but I'm not going to make that many because I need some of those ingredients for the quartz glass. And I think I used too much of it, but that's okay. So we'll have 24 of the quartz glass, 15 of the quartz fiber. So now to make the quartz fiber into the Fluix fiber, we go ahead and do this. So we get 8 of those. And now we should have everything that we need to make the accelerators. So there we go, 3 of those. And we still have some quartz fiber to supply power around the system. So what we're going to do now, we are going to go here somewhere that we have power output. Right here should work. So we're going to place our controller right here. And now that has power. And we're going to place our accelerators down here underneath. That's not where I wanted to put that. So we're going to place these down here. Now, unfortunately, I just remembered these things require their power to go into the bottom of them. So I may need to rethink this. I'm going to do just a little bit of work here. I think what I'm going to do is probably put the controller underneath the center. And I'm going to have to make up, one more. Well, maybe the quartz fiber will transmit power. I don't know. But I'm going to have to figure out how to get all 3 of these powered. And I will be right back. So I have this set up and working on 2 of the accelerators. This one here does not have power, but these 2 do. And it is greatly increasing the speed at which these crystals are growing. Now I had 1 Fluix crystal left, so I'm making up 2 more of the Fluix seeds. I just put these in the water. Already they're up to 12%, so that's going a lot faster. I think it took upwards of about 8 hours for the last batch to go through. So yeah, this will be a lot faster. I'll be able to make a few more of those Fluix ME cable, and then I can connect up the next one, and we should be able to just keep increasing our speed from there. We can put up to 5 of the crystal growth accelerators around this puddle, and yeah, that'll make stuff go really fast. But we're also going to have to look at making the charger. So if we take a look here, where is the charger? Oh, I am not seeing it. I thought it was right here. Well, let's take a look. Let's just do this. Charger. So the charger takes 2 of the Fluix crystals and some iron. So more than likely what I'm going to have to do is use these crystals to make that charger. And then we should be able to turn a whole bunch of our Certus quartz crystals into charged ones. Oh, and that's not good. We may have to go over to the mining dimension and just see how many Fluix crystals, or not Fluix, Certus crystals we have over here. And maybe we have a few charged ones as well. So now one thing that I have done here, I quarried out a 32 by 32 area here. I did this in 4 16 by 16s with my 2 turtles. Well, now I'm running them at 32 by 32 each, but the problem is this guy here keeps running out of fuel. Now I've got a setup here for the one on this side that this hopper gives him fuel every time that he comes up to offload, but I can't do that for the other one because he offloads underneath this chest. So I don't know what I could do. Just periodically I come in here and I find him sitting there by the chest and it says waiting for fuel. But this is probably the best way to have it set up. You have your chest for your offload and a hopper for refueling with some sort of a major fuel source above it. But yeah, let's just see here. Certus quartz. Okay, so we do have some charged Certus here. Let's see, we've got 25 of them. That is awesome. And let's see how many of the regular Certus. 245. So we do have a little bit of quartz and a little bit of charged quartz. So at least we should be able to get a little bit more of that Fluix going on. So I'm going to get that done, and I will be back in a little bit. So I now have this set up with all 3 of the crystal growth accelerators running. I have gotten a fairly sizable amount of the crystals already. Wrong chest. So I've already gotten a 50 of them done. I've got 50 more growing there right now. So I figured we'll go ahead and make this charger now. So the charger, once again, is just the flux crystals and iron. So we'll go ahead and make that. Now, I don't remember for sure if this requires the AE power or if we can use RF. But I'm going to set it down here. Looks like we need the AE power. So now with this, we can take and drop in a whole bunch of our Certus quartz crystals. And actually, I think we can only do these one at a time. Yeah, so what I'll need to do is figure out some way to automate this. Of course, this is all just a temporary setup here. I don't want to have all of this stuff sitting out here in the open. So this guy is now charged, so we can switch it out. And I do believe these are done growing now too. So yep, that is pretty cool. We've got tons of the crystals going on. We can make our charged Certus now. So just in general, we are ready to get into applied energistics. So we will be able to start doing that in the next episode. And we should be able to then clean up all of these chests and get rid of all the barrels and everything that we've got laying around up there, which I'm really looking forward to. But while I was waiting for all of those crystals to grow, I did do a little bit more work on the house here. And so I tried putting the windows in this curved section, and I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, we're going to be going with this. I wanted to keep a solid roof above, and then the windows going most of the height of the wall. Now, I had wanted to try putting the border like I have here on these, but unfortunately we can't put the border on these blocks as they go up because of the fact that some of them are in the middle of a block. So yeah, that's unfortunate, and I'm stuck on an anvil. But one other thing that I did is that I made myself up some diamond armor, and I used a couple of the books that I had as well as a bunch of my levels, and we have Feather Falling 4 and Protection 4, and Blast Protection 4 on these 3 pieces of armor. So yeah, that is really good. We will be getting much better protection in battles now, and also if we hop up on top of the roof of our house and fall off, whereas before it would have done tons of damage to us, now it won't hardly do a thing. So yep, I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any ideas or thoughts on what's going on here in the series, go ahead and leave those down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!